attention, Aquarius I am. We in the Aquarius age for the next 2,000 years, you dig?
Swing low, time to move on. Light years in time, ahead of our time.
I want to free your mind by helping you understand the zodiac signs. That's right, you're live with Aquaman in the zodiac zone where the cosmos is your home. I'm your very own Anpu, the real urban guru, coming through on the mothership. So let's open up your cosmic memory bank and swing down to earth where the shit stain. Hey, welcome back to Hip Hop Astrology TV. I'm your host, Anpu, the real urban guru, coming back at you, man, the ambassador of the Aquarian age. You do understand that? We in the Aquarian age for 2,000 years, and each zodiac sign rules an age. And this is the age that has been written about, whether from the Mayan calendar 2012 to other different spiritual information you will come across, especially if it's dealing with people who get information or what's called channeling information from different dimensions and whatnot. The age of Aquarius is the age that's going to take you into what's known as the fifth dimension. Okay. It's going to be the one of enlightenment, the one of freedom. Okay. Technology, all this advancement, and humanity prospers, because the key word for Aquarius is humanity. That's why I always say, look at Bob Marley. He's the perfect imprint of what that energy look like. Look at Huey P. Newton, the perfect imprint of what that energy look like. Look at my man Abe Lincoln, the perfect imprint of what this energy looks like. This energy is coming through these people, these prominent Aquarian traits who accept the higher calling for mankind will be able to easily shift the world because it is their cosmic destiny to do such. But they first must make a decision. Decisions create destiny. I want to be clear. Okay. Decisions create destiny. This is why twins can be born minutes apart and they have two different lifestyles based off the decisions that they make. And then you still can see it within this science. Okay. So we in the Aquarian age, my man, founding father, J.P. Morgan said, millionaires don't use astrology. They're not thinking big enough. They ain't got enough money. Billionaires do. That's what he said. Billionaires do. Now watch this. Look at the culture. Look at God. Pharrell, our brother, will come and create something called the Neptunes, which is a planet, and then he'll create what I got on my head. Billionaire Boys Club. Interesting. You think? We're on to something here. All right. So thank you for tuning in. Listen, get a pen, get a pad. I'm going to share some phenomenal information with you today. We're going to have a double header. We're going to get into Damon Dash, stepping up to Lee Daniels. We're going to see, can the chart show you if you should loan people money? That's important because millionaires don't use astrology, man. Billionaires do. So this can this tell us something about money? Okay. And then in the back half, we're going to get into the beautiful Angela Simmons and my partner, Gotti. All right. And see if there's any chemistry there, because Gotti been shooting his shot for a minute. And I'm like, I just seen the Breakfast Club interview. Shout out to JoJo. Shout out to the other sister, Angela. They all together. And I'm like, man, let me go ahead and put this Gotti, Angela Simmons thing together, man, for the culture, because we got to understand energy, man. Shout out to Karen Civil. You heard her on her interview. She like, nah, I'm doing energy checks now. And I'm like, yo, that's what's up. And here's the thing. This science can show you the energy check before you even go into it, if you even should go into it at all. But I will give you the disclaimer. Here it is. Consciousness, the person's level of awareness in the decisions that they make, dictate the potential reality. In other words, all of the great potential can be there, which you're going to see some. But if a person just ain't feeling it and they not with it and they just not with it, then that potential ain't going to never materialize. You must make an agreement in order for the things to happen. Okay. All right. So let's get into this. You're looking at a synastry chart. On the left-hand side, you see an arrow pointing to the sun when Damon Dash was born. Damon Dash is a Taurus, the zodiac sign of money. Excuse me. Okay, so money is an attribute for Taurus. This is a fact. Look at Wall Street. they use the bull. When the market is doing good, it is called a bull market. Merrill Lynch emblem is the bull. The bull is Taurus, which is the sign of finances and values. This is a fact. Now, on the right-hand side of the screen, you see an arrow pointing to a planet in red, which is Neptune. That is the planet that's Lee Daniels' position of Neptune when he was born. It was in Scorpio. Scorpio is the zodiac sign that deals with joint finances. This is the sign of death and inheritance, meaning somebody dies and they give you money. This is not solely your money you worked for. This is you joining up through insurance policies, pension plans, or loans, or teaming up with somebody. It's not solely your money. So it's called other people's money. Okay, this is a fact. Now, Scorpio and Taurus is in opposition to one another. Oftentimes, opposition is a conflict. You've been seeing it in these videos. I've been showing you how it's playing out with this frequency. You have Drake, who's a Scorpio. He was beefing with Meek Mill at one time. Meek Mill is a Taurus. You have Drake beefing with Pusha T. Pusha T is a Taurus. You have Jay Prince, who's a Scorpio, siding with Drake, who's a Scorpio, calling Pusha T, the opposition, a pig. He's a Taurus. You had Jay Prince say, listen, you know, if I wanted to get Tekashi, I would have people hand him over to me when he come in Houston. Okay, so there's a little, I wouldn't say, let's just say a little tension, potential tension. Okay, so therefore, Tekashi is a Taurus. So this law is playing out. I told y'all this in the previous videos on that subject matter, to watch for these zodiac signs, as Mars is in the position, Aquarius is in the position where it's going to agitate the other signs, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. And now Dame Dash is a Taurus. This energy's coming out. Lee Daniels just happens to have a planet in Scorpio. This is why I said, listen, it's not about you repping your sign by itself. You need to know where other planets were at, because this energy will still get activated in your life. And this is a classic example. So the opposition represents conflict, but it really supposed to represent completion. Again, it could have been a nice, prosperous relationship, because, see, I want to be very clear here. If the opposition is not supposed to represent conflict in the higher choices that we make, because the opposition is really completing the aspect, the halves of the wheel. The two halves of the wheel are coming together, and then it's a whole piece, okay? But oftentimes that opposition, it just produced friction. Okay, it's like a standoff, because the energies are opposing one another. And oftentimes when you have male energy involved in it, okay, then two males sometimes don't know how to do things in a teamwork fashion. They just don't. Okay, we babies. All right. So Lee Daniels make a decision that says, I'm going to make the lesser decision and not give Dame his money. So let's look at some energy here. The sun for Dame Dash represents identity. The sun is your identity. I'm a Taurus. The sun appears in front of Taurus on May the 3rd. That's my identity. I identify with values and money. That's Dame Dash, all day serial entrepreneur. Facts, okay? Neptune is the planet that deals with deception, evasion, disappearance, disguise, lying, okay? So now when these energies are in opposition to one another, the planet of deception, the planet of evasion, the planet of lies, right? With other people's money, Scorpio is in opposition to Dame Dash, who values money. So Dame Dash, should you loan him money? No, you shouldn't, Dame. Because if somebody was going to get you, it's likely to be this person right here. But see, again, you will have to know that, and you would have to take extra, extra measures to say, you know what, I'm still going to do it, right? Because this could have been beautiful. Dame Dash could have been, co-producer or in on certain these things that, Lee Daniels have. Could have been a beautiful partnership. That's why I say decisions make everything in this reality, okay? So the planet of deception in opposition to who you are as a person that deals with money and values, this is going to tell you like, nah, pass on that one, bro. Don't loan him the bread. Okay. So let's look at something. So Lee Daniels, born 12/24/59. Please note that the planet Saturn and the sun is by the bow and the head of Sagittarius. Well, yesterday when Dame Dash stepped to him, where is Saturn at? It is at the head and bow of Sagittarius. This tells me a lot of things, ladies and gents. Mr. Lee Daniels is going through his second Saturn return. We go through the first one about 28 to 30 years old. So now from 56 to 60 will be the average about the second Saturn return. Okay. So Saturn's energy is debts, karma, justice, losses. Pay that money, bro. Dame Dash gonna get it. Saturn return. See, this is what you got to look at, man. And I want y'all to hear me close. In this science, we deal with 10 external bodies because we're on the earth. So we count the sun as an external body. You can can you not feel the light of the sun? Yes, you can. Okay. The moon corresponds to women's menstrual cycles at times. Okay. So that's a phenomenon. And then you can see the remaining planets, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. You can see them at night. They look like stars. Anything past Saturn, you can't see with the naked eye. Okay. So we can see these energies and it appears that these energies are around us. So in our system, we count 10 planets. Okay. So we're looking for, in this case, 1 out of 10 planets. Okay. We're going to do math, probability setup. Okay. So 1 out of 10. Now the planet has to be inside of one of the 12 zodiac signs. Okay. So 1 out of 12. So the way you figure out the probability is you take 1 over 10 times 1 over 12 gives you 1 over 120. Okay. So 1 over 120 is the likelihood. Look at this. Is the likelihood when I'm showing you this planet just so happens to be in the exact same area of space. We talking 1 out of 10 planets in 1 out of 12 signs makes this a 1 out of 120th probability. What is the percentage of that? Take the smaller number 1, divide it into the bigger number 120, and you're going to get a 0.008% chance of this happening. This is less than 0 because it's 0.00, then 8% of a chance of this happening. This is mathematics, man. Mathematics don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Okay? So I just want to show y'all that, man, the planet of justice, the planet of debts, losses, karma, it's coming back in the same area where it was. Interesting. Pay up, bro. Pay up. I give Dame Dash something to do on Saturn to make that energy really amplify. But then we talking magic. All right. So let's move over into Gotti and Angela Simmons. Angela is said to be born 9/18/87. The sun appears by the head of the Virgin because she's a Virgo. And I want you to note the planet Jupiter. Jupiter's position is at the shoulder of the Virgin. Venus position. Venus represents marriage. It represents money. It represents love along with entertainment, the arts, and things of that nature. Okay, so our key words, money, love, and marriage. This is the cosmic zone that has the memory of where Angela would love to get married, how that energy must be activated. Okay. This is a fact. So let's move up to Gotti's birthday, 5/19/81. Please note the planet Jupiter. Again, this is a 0.008% chance of a probability of this happening. So therefore, Jupiter is in the exact same spot. Its energy is abundance, good fortune, success, and profit. Let's put them together. I did this video. It's on this channel. It's pinned. It's pinned at the top. The Jay-Z Beyonce video. These two, Jay-Z and Beyonce, have Jupiter and Venus together at the lower leg of the Virgin, and they are worth $1 billion because what's happening? They're in agreement with one another. Okay? I can't stress this enough that if you really want a prosperous relationship and you're in agreement and y'all have this combination, Jupiter and Venus, it's $1 billion thing. It's $1 billion combination. The planet of good fortune, good luck, abundance, and profits, which means extra money, in alignment with the planet of money, like what you think is going to happen? It's just 1 + 1, y'all. This is not hard, okay? And so this makes way for a very prosperous relationship, a Jay-Z Beyonce type of relationship, to be honest with you. All right. So here is something else, though. I saw this and I said, ooh wee, I see why Yo Gotti is being pulled now. And so this arrow is pointing to this little red marker. This red marker is known as the North Node. This is what your soul is here to learn in this lifetime. Is absolutely, I call it the cherry on top of the whipped cream. I make sure that my supporters, my clients, my family members, I make sure that you know what that is last, because that's the little cherry on top of the whipped cream. Because to me, I think it's very important to know what your soul is here to learn. I think that's very, very important. Okay. And so Gotti has this in the exact same position where the moon was when Angela was born. When Angela was born, the moon appears to be right here by the leg of Cancer. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to find this spot, because think about this. In 365 days in a calendar year, we go through every single zodiac sign. It looked like the sun is in front of every single sign. So therefore, I should be able to find the day when the sun will be in front of this area of space. And that day will be July the 26th. I just wanted to show you how we can locate that area of space. So I'm giving you the spatial perception, and then I'm giving you the chart perception. So the chart is more 2D, linear, it's on paper, and then the spatial perception is more 3D. It has a little bit more depth and real-time reality to it. So I'm just showing you what's up, okay? So now let's move into compatibility. But before I show you the compatibility chart, I just want to say this. I got the illest breakdown on understanding energy, and y'all really need to get with this program, seriously, because we got to evolve, okay? See, what you got to understand is yin yang, as the Chinese said, these energies, these forces of masculine and feminine are inside of us, both of them. You come from your mama and your daddy. So just because I'm a man, I may be predominant to testosterone, but I still have female qualities within me because I come from my mother as well. And I actually have a dormant female duck inside of me, okay? It's in right by my prostate, okay? Known as, the old term is now it's called the prosthetic utricle, but it's also in older literature and medical science is known as the vagina masculina. It's a dormant gland that had I had been a girl, then that gland would have determined, would have developed as fallopian tubes and so forth. And then women, they have something called a Skene's gland, which is a dormant gland that would have developed into the prostate and testicles had that woman been a man. So she's majority female yin and little yang, and men are yang and little yin. So we both have two energies. I have two, you have two, okay? Now, the way that this rolls is this. You have to understand, I call it isolating the energy, right? Learn how to isolate them. What are the maximum amount of ways this energy can interact with each other? Her female to his female is 1. I call that channel 1. Her male to his male is channel 2. Channel 3 is her female to his male. And then channel 4 is her male to his female. See, so it's kind of like XX, Y to Y, X to Y, Y to X. Okay, so it's 4 different interactions. But when you look in your heart, I promise you, you're gonna find out that you got 4 lobes. When you look in your brain, you're gonna find out that you have 4 lobes in the brain as well. You got 4 chambers in the heart, 4 lobes in the brain. And then when you look inside of something called hemoglobin, what's inside of the blood, you're going to find out that there's 4 different energy signatures inside of that. And then when you look at blood types, A, B, AB, and O, you have 4 main types, okay, of blood. You got 4 directions. You have 4 archangels. So it's something about the number 4 that represents the physicality of this particular place that plays out inside of your body. So when you understand these energies, male, female, female, male, and how they coalesce and you produce these 4 blood types that's a replica of you, there's only 4 type of relationships. Only 4. So now you have to understand, well, what is the expression of that energy? Because this is where you're going to have to make contact in. You want to go past? Go behind the camera. All right. And so, so this is how we're going to have to set it up. So what happens is channel 1, the yin aspect. See, that translates to loving, caring, nurturing, massage, picnics. It's very subtle. It's earth energy, the park, it's water fountains. It's a very subtle connection. Okay. A yang relationship is very energetic. Let's go. So let's look at this. If you look at DJ Envy and his wife, it looks kind of yin, looks kind of feminine, right? It looks more family orientated, more soft, very tender in a sense. If you look at, let's just say, Gucci Mane and Keisha Kayor, it's a little bit more, she on stage with them, concerts, they riding bikes together, they're working out together. That's more yang, that's activity. So yang energy wants to sweat. It needs to physically have a goal and it needs to be exhausting itself. And then you have a mixture of the two, her yin to his yang, where you blend the 2 energies, okay? And then you have a role reversal, which would, her energy is a little bit more on the lead side and he's more of the supporter. So if you ever seen the TV series, the Netflix series, Army Wives, there was a black couple in there where it was a role reversal. The psychologist dude, the black guy, stayed at home with the baby while his wife didn't really want to do the family thing like that. She wanted career in the military and she wanted to go up the, to a degree, the military corporate ladder. Okay, so the energy, the role, it was a role reversal. In fact, that whole show talked about what I just gave you, the different science of relationship energies. It was ingenious, okay? Whether they knew it or not, that's what was happening, okay? So now let's look at the compatibility between Gotti and Angela. So remember back in the chart, you see all these lines and stuff. Well, all of these lines from one planet to another planet, it represents a certain form of communication. What I'm doing is I'm taking what I know to be the energies that represent love and passion and attraction, because not all of them do, okay? And I'm taking the ones that I know and I'm cross-referencing them with each other, and it's going to give me a pattern, because the line will tell me if it's a good energy or if it's a bad energy, okay? So when I look at them out the gate, they come out with 7 positive energies out the gate. It shoots sky high up to number 7 positive interactions. Their 8th interaction is more of a challenging one. So now they come down to an overall score of a positive 6. On their 9th interaction, then they have a positive 7. On the 10th interaction, it comes down again. So they back down at a positive 6. And on their final 11th one, it goes back up. They have a positive interaction. They have a +7 score. So they have 9 positive things and 2 challenging things to have a net score of a +7. See, this is a heartbeat. This is a pulse. Please note, I see so much data in this, man. their energy never dipped below the 0 line. This is not a negative relationship. It has 2 challenges, but they met their challenges when they went all the way sky high to point number 7. And the relationship actually ends at point number 7. Okay, so this relationship never dipped below the 0 line and then climbed itself back out of the flatline position and tried to be good, or it didn't end in a negative thing. See, what is all of these consecutive positive energies? Because if we can identify one common theme between points 1 and 7, where it was just constant, consistent upswing, positive. If there's a common theme that keeps showing up, and there is, but I'm not going to get into it, then that shows me the overall focus of the relationship. That shows me if y'all focus on this and y'all do this, this is what will take you to the top, man. I'm telling you, this is science. All right. So I just wanted to show y'all that, share this video with y'all, man. This is dope. This is a dope relationship. Again, potential exact same markers of Jay-Z and Beyonce. Billionaire relationship, man. So Gotti, you get this. Angela, you see this. You may want to consider it, and you may want to contact me. All right, because seriously, this thing is a science, and consciousness has to be involved to know what you're doing. And that's the whole purpose of where we're at. We're at this space now where we can have these conversations, and we at this space where I gotta say what Karen Civil said. We gotta do what we call energy checks. All right. So listen, if you need me, get at me. You know how to call me. My number's right there. You want to go to my website. You at least want to get the self-activation workbook. Get this workbook. All right. And for those of you that's interested in real estate, you want to learn how to analyze deals so you can understand the flow before you start getting into the deals. Hit up my website, myastrologycoach.com. You're going to see it on the front page called Millionaire Math Deal Analyzer Study Group. I'm dealing in real estate as well. All right. And I'm going to show you how to analyze deals. So you want to click on that, watch the video. You see some testimonials of students that I had in that and whatnot. That's coming up July the 8th. And if you want to get with my partner, my brother, Minister Jew, you want to go to theimaginationguru.com. That's theimaginationguru.com. I'm at myastrologycoach.com. Drop off your email on the email list. Subscribe to this channel. Share with a friend, but drop your email off on the email list. That way you can know what's going on with us. And guess what? Pick up the phone and call that number if you got a question. All right, I'll pick it up and we can bust it up. So with that, y'all have a good one. Peace.
Prophecy is what we all have to go by now.